What a crazy day in the stock market. Wow. So, futures looked great overnight. This morning looked great. I know at one point the NASDAQ futures were up about 100 points overnight. Pre-market looks strong. We come out of the gates and we touch an all-time high on the triple Qs of 342.88, and then we just started selling off for no apparent reason whatsoever. I know the president did speak last night. I listened to a little bit of it. I really didn't hear anything concerning that would, cause the markets to sell off. I know there's a ton of tech earnings that are this week. Some of these companies got sold off very aggressively, even with good earnings. Um, I didn't really catch any news headlines that broke. However, we did sell off for 3 straight hours, and then was looking a little scary, like we were going to lose some major key levels here on the triple Qs. And then we got a little bit of a bounce here at 337, and then for the last 3 hours of the market, kind of to try to tread uphill again. However, the reason I'm making this video is MVIS. So we know that they had earnings today. I've got the 1 hour chart pulled up, and they absolutely got destroyed. $500,000 in revenue. They were projected by the street 600,000, so they came in well below that. I mean, was that really surprising? They have not sold a product yet. They have not been acquired by anybody yet. They have not partnered with anybody yet on their product. If you have been trading this thing, let me just zoom out here. If you have been trading this thing, the original breakout was here at $15. Okay, so 1491 was the original breakout, which was last Thursday. So a week from today was the initial breakout. Started to tread up waters here on Friday, and then really broke through this 1624 level. The next key area was going to be 1923, and as soon as it cracked that $19-20 area, ran up to 23. Okay, a little bit of consolidation here on the hourly chart, and then ran up again to 28, and then touched an all-time high of 31 before this thing absolutely just started to sell off on Tuesday. Okay, just completely sold off. Yesterday kind of treaded up and down sideways a little bit. Tried to make a little bit of a push here. Yesterday got up to 25.73, and then just started to sell off. And obviously we know they lost that on the hourly chart, at least lost that 50-day moving average. And then today we had the down day across the markets. Things were red, sold off a little bit. If I can zoom back in here, I know that they tried to, where is it at here, they tried to touch this $20 area here, which was going to be the 5-day supply zone, and got rejected off of that. And then earnings came out and then just completely sold off. So obviously I don't have the daily chart pulled up, obviously, because the day hasn't ended yet for this after hours massacre that's been going on MVIS. However, a key level to keep in mind is 1544. That is the 50-day moving average on MVIS. Okay, so 1544, and right now we've touched a low of 1455. Okay, it's currently trading at 1480. This thing, congratulations if you went to the short side or took put contracts overnight just based off of earnings. This thing absolutely is getting massacred. I have traded MVIS personally. Okay. I am not a long-term holder on MVIS. I did make a little bit of money on that big run up that we had last week and into Friday and Monday. However, I did sell out of my position there. I guess if you're a long-term holder and a believer that this company is either going to merge with somebody, they're going to be acquired by somebody, or they're going to finally start selling a product, start generating revenue. This is a $2 billion valuation company that sold $500,000 or had a loss. It's horrible. It's horrible. So quarterly earnings down of 0.4 cents a share, missed expectations, blah, 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 blah. We know the story. It doesn't look good for MVIS. So if I go to the daily chart here, um, it looks like they're going to, being that we're already below the 50-day moving average, if they start losing 1454 after hours and pre-market, I'm willing to bet that this thing is coming down to $11-12 tomorrow. Now, it might actually be there pre-market. Stranger things have happened. This thing could turn around, be over $20 tomorrow. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a magician. I can't make this thing turn around. But the price action right now in after hours is just a complete massacre. What more did we expect? I guess if you're a long-term investor and you really believe in the company, you really stand behind the company, I guess none of this really matters, right? You're kind of thinking more longer term. You've got you're a bigger dreamer than I am. So um, man, I guess if you want to buy on a dip, that dip would be, this 11, $12 area here. If it starts taking out 11, $12 here, then, next area of support, major support is going to be 861 and 677. Uh, bad, bad, bad. I mean, I know there was a ton of option flow that came in on this stock for next month's $30 calls. Maybe those guys know something that I don't know. I would love to know what they know, because right now, if I just pull up the 5-minute chart, it's just still a slaughter. It got all the way down to 1454, which is obviously below the 50-day moving average on the daily. Tried to make a bounce, and after hours has gotten rejected off the 5-day supply here. And in here, we're again 20 minutes down candles here. Lower Bollinger Band is 1435. This thing is showing no signs of coming back to life. I mean, it would really have to get above 1960 and 2075. I mean, let's call it 21. The MVIS would really have to get above $21 here to see any sort of life or give anybody any type of hope that this thing can come back. At least claim the 50-day moving average at 1550. But my God, horrible, horrible, horrible. I mean, I don't know how surprised we can be. This is a complete meme play, Wall Street bets, short squeeze type of play. I mean, if you believe in those type of plays and that's your thing, then that's your thing. But at the end of the day, it's really, really, really dangerous to hold these stocks just because of any bit of news, bad earnings, a big seller comes in. I mean, these things can really get swayed, just like they can get swayed to the upside. I'm sure if they came out tomorrow and said that they partnered with, I don't know, Apple and Microsoft, and they're going to start, you know, some kind of project with those two companies, I'm sure this thing would explode to $30 just based off of hype. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It does not look like that's going to happen. Trying to make a little bit of a bounce here at $15.19. But like I said, just by the way it looks like this thing is going to, yeah, it's below the 200-day moving average here on the hourly chart. 4-hour chart, yeah, so 4-hour chart as well. It's resting right here at the 50 and the 100 and the 200 on the 4-hour chart as well. So I mean, if this thing starts to lose 1437, look out below. Look out below. Okay, guys. So I just wanted to kind of update you guys on what's going on with MVIS. Horrible earnings. Wasn't much of a surprise, but obviously the market is losing faith in MVIS. I mean, they really need a miracle to turn this thing around before tomorrow. Anybody who is long on this thing, either look away from your computer screens and congratulations, you just became a long-term investor in MVIS. Yeah, so two major levels that we need to look for. Can this reclaim the 50, which is 1550, and can it reclaim, $20? If it can do that, maybe we got something going on. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next video.